Now, of course, we are going to get into these WWE releases in just a bit, but we also want to talk about potential signees that may be coming. And it seems like there's another AEW star that is ready to make the jump into the major leagues. Take that how you will. You know what it is. Mariah May. Mariah May has stated that the former AEW Women's World Champion did not want to re-sign or sign an extension to her AEW contract after her match with Toni Storm for what we call one of the greatest matches in AEW history, the Hollywood ending. And it seems that she is ready to make the jump to WWE, and WWE is very interested in acquiring Mariah May. Now, of course, the big question is, with everything that's going on in WWE, including these releases, including having the greatest women's division right now in the world, where does Mariah May fit into the WWE mold? Does she go to NXT, or do they jettison her straight to the main roster? Honey, let me get your thoughts. Where does Mariah May go? Well, first, thoughts on her making the jump. And where do you see her going?
I think this is awesome for her. She's definitely grown into her own way with AEW. Her character development. I honestly never thought she could turn into what she's become. And I see a lot of more. I could see a lot of more growth in her. I feel like she has a lot more to offer for the wrestling business, and she's a great worker. I totally think that the jump is going to be awesome for her. As far as where she goes, I think she would. That's tough because to fit into the best women's division, is not going to be no easy feat. But I think if I were to put her somewhere, I would put her with Sean first and bring her to NXT. I feel like Sean would have a lot of fun with her.
Yeah.
And she'd definitely be one of his top heels.
Okay. Deonne, same question. Thoughts on Mariah May deciding that she will no longer, that she won't re-sign with AEW, and then where should she be placed?
Man, I agree with Honey. Down in NXT. Women's division is solid. You got the performance center down there too to get a lot of reps in while you're there. Also, like the way that NXT and that women's division has been featured on the main rosters lately, you never know. Like you could be in NXT for a month or two, it feels like, and make it to the main roster. But just the fact that they're being featured, Stephanie McCure being featured on, and Julia being featured on like Raw, and there's no telling. Like that title is not just for NXT anymore. Like I've seen Stephanie McCure more on Raw than probably NXT when I'm just watching or perusing. So no, I think this is the best spot for her to land in, just so she can make some waves. Audience, if they're not familiar with her, they get a chance to get a little more intimately familiar with her down in NXT, and then watch her come up and get to the main roster. We got the draft coming up too. So if she were able to say she signed before the draft and she's there, let me walk that back, because I just keep her in NXT. Keep her in NXT and let her do her reps for the years there, for a year or so there, and then move her up, because that roster's tight, man. It's gonna be tough to get called up a little bit too, and you don't want to get lost down there.
Yeah,
but I don't think she would, given her work she's done before, given that she's coming in with a name.
Yes,
NXT, get best women's division on the roster, well, in WWE. So that's a safe place for her to be before she makes that main jump. So that's where I put her. I'll put her in NXT.
All right. I'm going to have to play the different wheel on this between my two co-hosts. One, I am glad that she's making the jump. I think her character is incredible, and I think AEW doesn't know how to make that focus onto that. So that's what they kind of lack when it comes to these things, because there's several storylines Mariah May could have had and shined on that they kind of fell short just because they're more focused on matches rather than the storylines. I think she should go straight to SmackDown. I think SmackDown needs Mariah May. I think you need to have a battle of the blondes between her and Tiffy and the rest of these folks that are on the roster. And just because of what y'all said, and even to what Boza is saying, the reason why I don't want her to go to NXT is because of the fact that it is such a stacked roster already. And even to what we're going to be talking about in just a minute about the WWE releases is every time you do bring these stars in, a group of these people have to go down the list now when it comes to stories. So now it's like if we're getting ready, for example, we're getting ready for a Soul Ruka run, that may now have to take a brief hold because Mariah May is
in.
Yeah, and so it's like we see that is the repetitive pattern that has been happening. Look at Ricky Saints, look at Ethan Page. All of these people have had to now get put to the top, and then we now see these folks that we're starting to get behind start to kind of now have to take a back seat with less TV time. I think Mariah May has shown that she is ready on the mic, she is ready in the ring, she is ready creative wise to be able to make that main roster jump, and I think it's a good look on WWE to be able to show that, hey, it's not just NXT that we need these here, we also believe that these superstars outside of the place that we've trained are able to come straight to the roster, and who better than to put the former AEW Women's World Champion onto a main roster and just become the glamorous one all over SmackDown.
No,
I think it'd be incredible for her.
Because you talk about her being like a former AEW champion too.
Yep.
If she showed up, let me just ask it, because again, AEW, I watch it every now and then, or try to. If she showed up on SmackDown, like in a run-in or something, crowd reaction, what do you think that would be for her?
I think she'd get a pop.
You think she'd get one?
I think she would definitely get a pop.
Okay.
I think she would definitely get a pop. So here's where I'm iffy about it. And it's about to run. I'm iffy for you to do it to Tiffy. I don't necessarily think that's the person she should go after first. But I think, and this is, and I don't want this to, no, because this could still play out right. I think her in a beef with Zelina Vega would be incredible. I think her running in on Zelina Vega's match and knocking her down would be dope. Or her going after Chelsea Green.
You want my friend to get jumped?
I don't want the friend, our friend to get jumped.
Friend of the show?
Yes, friend of the show, friend of ours. But I want to see her continue to elevate, and I don't want to see her get lost in the sauce of just holding that title. I want to see her be able to show her mic skills, to be able to show her in-ring capability and all that creativity she has. And I think having an opponent and a combatant like Mariah May is something that would be great. Or like I said, even a Chelsea Green. I think I more want to see her go after Chelsea Green than anything. And I don't even need it to be a run-in. Like I can see Chelsea Green just having a promo bitching about how she wants her title back, and then all of a sudden Mariah May music just hits. And then, like, in case you don't know, let me introduce myself. I am the glamorous one. Mariah May. Like I just, yeah, or even having vignettes of getting ready for her debut would also be an incredible run.
Honestly, I would bring her in as a run-in. I'd want her to jump somebody though. I would. And she, not for nothing, looking at her here before, for an instance, when he first put it up, I almost thought it was Maurice.
I mean, that's what happens when you're blonde. I mean, I can't even get mad at that.
To jump back to what you said, Will, what you said too, the utilization of vignettes can play huge in, look at Penta, right?
Yeah.
Those vignettes every week. I mean, the Aleister Black teases, right? Like all that stuff. Vignettes, oh man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like they don't use them enough. They didn't use them enough once upon a time ago. But
and
now
they use it for Naomi.
Like use a little teaser here and there every week. Keep us guessing about it.
Yeah. I think Mariah May would be great for that.
Even do
I think a vignette would be suitable for her.
Even do like a throwback vignette where like it's not like a little tease or like whatever. Go back and look at Triple H's vignette. It says Hunter Hearst Helmsley, man. This man just sitting in a chair, ponytail, like it's so good.
Yes.
And he's telling you who he is. And by the time he got there, you wanted to boo him out of the building.
Just get him to get him.
Even Kurt Angle.
And once again, that sets it up great if you want to have her do a run against Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was like, I don't get my spots, but y'all keep doing these vignettes with this Mariah May girl, whatever her name is. Like, just imagine that, or like the exclusive interview.
That's what you need. Oh, I love those, man. I love those. Those are parts of wrestling, man. They're so old school, but they still work.
And it helps to what we said was lacking in AEW, which was that character development. Like, just I think it just meant like, who are the commentators again? Like Joe Tessitore. Joe Tessitore goes to not having her in ring or in the studio there. Like, they go on set where she is laying on like that little foyer couch with the
fainting couch.
Yeah,
like
with her feather robe.
Yes, welcome to my abode. Have a seat, please. Let's talk. Like
boudoir.
Boudoir. Yeah, like it's so much potential.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's do that. That's perfect. I don't want to run in. I want vignettes.
I want the vignettes, man. They're the premiere.
Those Mankind vignettes were really good.
Mankind vignettes were genius.
Wasn't he playing a piano in one?
Yes.
Even Razor Ramon.
Yep.
Shout out RP Scott Hall, like Razor Ramon, Mr. Perfect.
Kurt Angle, like Olympic gold medalist, his 3 eyes.
Yep. Cody Rhodes. Undashing Cody Rhodes, those vignettes, or dashing Cody Rhodes vignettes, like, man, those
bring back vignettes, man. That's what we did. That's what
bring
we
them
did.
back. Bring them back.
That's what she needs. If we can get that, I think that is what gives her a great setup to go straight to SmackDown. Then that way we don't have to worry about the women's division in NXT having to worry about others having to take a back seat and waiting, because I think that is kind of the hardest thing that's a little bit more different than the main roster is you are waiting for that call up. You want to work to where they want to call you up, but it has gotten a lot more difficult, to get a call up. And so if you're somebody who is not as strong over the crowd or on TV time, like a Roxanne, like a Stephanie McCool, if you are like kind of like a Tatum Paxley, it's like, dang, man, am I ever going to get out of the graduating class and go up to the main roster? So but we shall see what happens as more as the story develops with Mariah May.